I'm Luis Rodriguez, and let's queer up politics. Trump explodes at Marjorie Taylor Greene as Epstein pressure mounts. President Donald Trump unleashed an erratic late-night rant, abruptly yanking his endorsement of Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene and attacking the once loyal MAGA ally as a, quote, ranting lunatic, unquote. His Truth Social post also veered into anti-trans rhetoric, claiming his administration achieved, quote, no men and women's sports or transgender for everyone, unquote, a line that landed harshly with LGBTQ viewers. The meltdown comes as scrutiny intensifies around still sealed Jeffrey Epstein files that the Trump administration continues to withhold. Newly released emails have raised fresh questions about Epstein's ties to powerful figures, including Trump. Representative Robert Garcia, the top Democrat on the Oversight Committee, told The Advocate that Justice Department is essentially engaged in a, quote, a massive cover-up, unquote, and that Trump is clearly panicked. Greene, one of four Republicans pushing a bipartisan effort to force the release of all unclassified Epstein materials, publicly broke with Trump over the records. His tirade accused her of complaining, mocked her relevance, and claimed she'd moved, quote, far left, unquote. Greene hit back on Twitter saying, quote, President Trump just attacked me and lied about me. Apparently, this is what sent him over the edge. The Epstein files. It's astonishing really how hard he's fighting to stop the Epstein files from coming out, unquote. Greene, along with both the House and Senate, passed legislation yesterday that will mandate release of all documents related to the Epstein files. It passed nearly unanimously. We wait to see if President Trump will sign and release the documents. And as of this reading, the documents are going to be sent to the president, but we don't know what's going to happen with those. I'm glad that our Congress was able to at least pass something together.
Except that turd, Clay Higgins.
The one.
The turd.
Yep.
The disgusting man that says it's okay basically to be a pedophile.
One left, but it's so glad, I guess the one good star in this, that they can show that actually work together and get something done. And how come they haven't done this in the past years? Get something done. At least now they know you can do it, so now they can't lie that they can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think the jury's out on Marjorie Taylor Greene.
100.
I mean, I still have my reservations about her, but I applaud what she's doing here. I mean, you can, recognize the effort here. But it goes to tell you, in Trump's world, his only currency is that you are loyal to him.
Yeah.
Not to the country, not to the victims, not to the Constitution, only to him. And this is a message to the people like Nancy Mace, like Lauren Boebert, people that eventually you're going to say something that is not going to be good for him, and he's going to go after you. And, this is I guess, an example or a lesson for all Republicans that are on that bend, not like the MAGA crowd, but, the ones that are more, logical and, more rational, that eventually, they're going to have to do something about it because they're just all afraid of Trump and afraid of how he's going to, react when it's time for their re-elections and who's going to endorse.
And his main deal is always going up against anybody who doesn't agree with him, right? Basically annihilating anybody who doesn't agree with him, and that's it. I mean, when I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene on The View, right, when I knew she was coming on, I got my popcorn. I was like, all right, there's going to be a battle. She was like a shy 12-year-old girl. I was blown away, and I knew that she was with other, she was with other strong women, and I wasn't expecting that. And I don't think Trump was either, right? And I think that Trump had tweeted or had sent her a message right after that saying basically she folded like a lame duck, and that she didn't represent the country or him how he expected her to. I mean, this is Trump. He's never going to see eye to eye or think that he is an equal to a woman. Ever. Mm-hmm. Ever. Okay. Calling people piggy. What is wrong with this man? This is completely crazy.
So I've been watching everything Marjorie Taylor Greene for the past couple weeks since she's kind of done this little flip. Right. And I've been monitoring all the conservative chats, right? Because I want to see how is MAGA reacting to her? And it seems like they're taking her side over Trump.
Shut up.
Yes.
For real?
Because nobody can accuse Marjorie Greene of not being MAGA. She was their kind of ringleader. They kept pointing to Marjorie Taylor Greene. So she was leading them a little in the same way that Trump was. So when they see that Trump is turning on her, and what is he turning on her against? The release of child sex predator rings, which is something that QAnon, which is a big part of the MAGA base, has been talking about kind of irrationally for a long time.
Yeah.
So when something actually an actual pedophile ring is there that we can prove with victims speaking out, it's like finally that cognitive dissonance that they've been having about Trump is like, all right, this is coming to a head. Like, she's actually representing what we were talking about and what we thought Trump was going to represent for us. So they seem to be siding with her a little bit more. And I love the change in demeanor. And I'm trying to think, what does that mean? Because obviously she's a spitfire person.
Yeah.
She's always speaks her mind. And it shows that she's capable of restraint, which I didn't think that she was capable of that kind of restraint, to let people talk, to be considerate and
to be cordial, to be, So she was almost on the brink of being likable, Trini.
And she was very like, if you didn't know who she was, you would like her. And I think, this is my calculus, is that she is actually way more powerful than Trump is going to be, because she has, it's like that Cersei Lannister kind of power, right?
Game of Thrones, folks, Game of Thrones.
Yeah. She's like, you know what? I'm going to come up with my own acronym. So she went from MAGA. She has her, what's it called? America First, America Only, AFAO. And she's like, this is what it's actually supposed to be. So she's trying to brand that over MAGA. And she's showing this restraint that, because Trump obviously didn't want her to run for the Senate and wouldn't endorse her. So she's like, I'm going to show you what I can do through quiet restraint. And he is losing his shit over it. She's winning. She is winning.
And she's up for re-election next year. How was Joy Behar with her at The View?
Joy, she was ready to rip her a new one. But I mean, she answered everything legitimately and calmly. And like I said, almost on the brink of being likable.
They all said, like, we were ready to, like, we want to hate you, but we can't. Well, you're saying you're speaking truth.
This may be a master move by...
Hire somebody new for PR.
I think she may end up moving very high. She may even run for president one day.
Must be. Before we end the segment, I just wanted to mention Virginia Giuffre. And I'm sorry if I say her name wrong, right? But she was the first trailblazing whistleblower against Epstein. She's the one that you saw on all the videos that unfortunately ended her own life at the beginning of this year, because she could no longer live on this earth with everything that was happening around her, right? Release the files and her death will not be in vain. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.